In November of 2017, a Central Florida judge put out a restraining order on 10-time All-Star Ray Allen because, wait for this, a man accused Ray of stalking him and making him fear for his life. Of course, when this came out, the media went absolutely crazy, which was understandable because obviously if a normal person was able to get a restraining order on Ray Allen, Allen must have done something serious, right? Well, as you're about to see, the court case involving Ray Allen and the man who possibly catfished him, Brian Coleman, was definitely serious, but it's also very mysterious because at the end of the day, either Ray or Brian suffered through some serious harassment. Harassment that included stalking, data leaks, and death threats, but we're getting ahead of ourselves here. For now, let's take a step back and go back to the beginning. Again, the man that filed the restraining order on Ray Allen was Brian Coleman, an employee at the University of Central Florida who told the courts that he had been involved in a romantic relationship with Ray for 3 years, and after that relationship had ended, in the words of Brian, Ray called him to, quote, ensure that I went away and never opened my mouth again, and he said he wanted me to get what I deserve. This was only the beginning of Brian's accusations, as again, in statements made to the court, Coleman said Allen had repeatedly spied on me by sending his associates to follow me in my community. In one incident, Coleman was approached at a store by a man that threatened him by saying, "Watch your back." In another incident, Coleman claimed he received a phone call from Ray Allen himself and that Ray threatened to strangle him if he talked. This was only the beginning, as at the time of the court case, Bryant said that Ray had recently been seen in public near him with 2 armed men and that Coleman believed that Allen was planning a more direct attack. As in, Coleman fully believed that Ray was going to have him killed. Now, obviously all of this paints Ray in a very bad light, but according to Allen, Coleman was lying about not only these threats, but also the fact that their entire relationship ever existed to begin with. As for Ray's lawyer, he would go as far as to say that Coleman was, quote, a deranged individual, and Mr. Coleman's statement would be funny if it wasn't so crazy. There has never been and never will be a relationship or friendship between Ray Allen and Mr. Coleman. They have never met and never have spoken. So, as we can see right there, when this court case first happened, Ray immediately denied everything and denied that he had ever even had contact with Coleman at all. However, the thing is, as this court case went on, Ray would change his story. Instead of claiming he had never met Coleman, Ray instead began to say that he was a victim of catfishing. So, with that said, we of course have to ask the question, what in the world really happened here? Now again, there are 2 drastically different sides to this story, so keep that in mind as we start with Ray's. During this court case, again, at first Ray claimed that he had never talked to Coleman at all, but as the case went on, his story changed to that Coleman was catfishing him. To some of you, this might seem suspicious, but if we actually step into Ray Allen's shoes here, the man does have a wife, so even if he was being catfished, it's obvious why he would try to claim that he had never talked to Coleman at all. It's also understandable. He did not want to seem like he was cheating on his wife, and of course, just getting catfished in general is pretty embarrassing. From here on in this video, though, from Ray's side, we're going to stick with the catfishing story. So, Ray said that Bryant was pretending to be multiple different women online, and that when Ray found out that Coleman was a man, Ray ended whatever sort of relationship they had immediately. It was at that point that, again, according to Ray, Bryant began to harass both Allen and his family members through social media, threatened to leak their private conversations, and even started to stalk Ray and his family in public. To give you some examples of what Ray claims Bryant was doing, Allen's lawyer said, quote, he posted about Ray's wife, Ray's children, Ray's dog, Ray's homes, Ray's wife's restaurant, and numerous other personal items. Coleman not only posted about these things, he would actually post while physically located inside Ray's wife's restaurant in Orlando, and he would make sure they knew it, tagging Ray and his wife on these posts. As for Coleman's take on this situation, he maintained that Ray was fully aware of who he was, and that, listen to this, quote, Ray knows how I look, he knows how my voice sounds, he knows how I think, and most importantly, he knows my heart. Those words are very interesting because depending on who you believe in this situation, they are either the words of a complete madman or they're the words of a man who had a real relationship with someone and now is both being threatened and publicly humiliated just because the relationship had ended. Which brings us to today, a moment in time where unfortunately we still do not have definitive proof of what the real story was here, but I think we have a pretty good idea. Because the end result of this court case was that it was thrown out completely, which means either one, Ray Allen and his lawyers paid off Bryant Coleman to make him go away, or two, Bryant Coleman was either trying to make money off of Ray, who maybe was in love with Ray even though they had never met, or was just a very, very strange person. Honestly, any of those three options are in play here, but Ray's lawyers believe that Coleman was trying to take his money, saying in court that Allen was the victim of, quote, an online scheme to extract money and embarrass him by someone who appears to be troubled. With these conspiracy videos, I don't always add my opinion at the end, but personally, I'm gonna go with Ray Allen here. I don't think Bryant Coleman was, to put it nicely, all there. That's just me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. With that said, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this very strange video. And if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe for more NBA videos like this and, you know, more normal NBA videos such as the ones I've done recently. If you're already subscribed, thank you for supporting. You're the man. We all know it. And as always, have an awesome day, guys, and cue that music. By the way, if you are still here while the music is cued, here are two videos I think you'll enjoy watching. They're also conspiracy type videos, and all you have to do to watch is just click one of them down below. Again, have an awesome day and peace.